gotten a lot of questions about how I run my household like a business, specifically how I use project management software to help me do so. I shared more about this in an earlier video, but for those of you just dropping in, let me give a 20-second recap. When I became a mom, I felt overwhelmed by the amount of responsibility that suddenly fell on my plate. And honestly, the only way I knew how to manage it was to think about my role as CEO of our family and our household like our own small business. Just like any business, our household has departments and people that need to be managed. My job as CEO is to identify our needs and allocate the time and resources necessary to get things done. So here's where the project management piece comes in. I adopted Asana, which I was familiar with from my corporate days. It's free online software made for businesses, but works just as well for personal use. What I like about it is that it lets you organize your to-dos into boards. I've set up a board for each of our household departments, and you'll find all the usual suspects: finance, HR, marketing, operations, admin, and biz dev. I specifically use that language because it keeps me in the CEO mindset, which I do think is an important part of this plan. So within each board, I break out the specific needs of that department, and this is where it starts to get family specific. Now, the project management software is a tool, but the real magic is in setting up a system for how you use it. For me, that's setting aside Monday mornings to update my boards with any new tasks or to-dos, and that time is really important to help me set myself up for the week. And each morning, I come into my office, the first thing I do is open up my Asana and see what my tasks are for that day. At the end of each day, I block some time to review what I accomplished and what needs to be pushed to later in the week. Now, using this system has become about so much more than managing my to-do list. Visualizing everything I'm responsible for has made me value the role I play as a stay-at-home mom. I think society fails to give moms credit for the time they spend on things that don't count as work in the traditional sense, and it's about time we start reframing the valuable roles they play for their families.